sorry, look, again, splashes of color. Those who ride their bikes to school, they can access off of Soto Street. The bike parking is in the front and bike parking in the back, kind of back where the lunchroom is. And we have easy access through that side. The site is landscaped per code. Grass area at the playground, and we have existing trees on Soto Street. Those are in good condition, so we intend on saving them.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. So, what I'd like to do is just go straight to public comment so that we can get an idea of what type of motion we would like to make, and then we'll bring it to the committee to make the motion before we bring it to. You have a question about that, Tyler? Would you like to?
When you're saying what type of motion, I think the motion will come from the PLUC members, right?
Right.
We want to have good discussion from the community, and then good discussion from the PLUC.
Right, and then we'll make the motion,
Right.
as opposed to making the motion first and then. Okay.
Right.
All right. So first up, we have Lupe Torres, and again, because we're short on time, please keep it under a minute.
Hi, my name is Lupe Torres. I'm an LAUSD public school teacher, 20 years. I'm an LAUSD graduate, Roosevelt High School, class of 91. And I have a daughter that I raised. She's at Hills College. She also graduated from LAUSD. My parents unfortunately only had a second grade education, but I also have a master's degree. So it's possible in public schools. I'd like to urge the Boyle Heights Council to please say no to this, please reject this, because in LAUSD public school system, we can boast that we have many choices. One of the things that charters like to talk about is that they provide a choice. We have choices. It comes out in the E-Choices book, and they're called magnet schools, and parents are open to apply, and everyone gets accepted. My daughter went to 32nd Performing Arts USC Magnet. She went to Palms Gates Middle School and Hamilton Humanities Magnet. So those are all public schools. Parents also have choices in LAUSD to get permits for any school that you want. So it could be your neighborhood school. So if you want to go to Euclid, you can ask for a permit. There's many magnets in the East LA, in Boyle Heights neighborhood. So I just want to say one last thing. When I searched
sorry, but
KIPP,
we're really stuck on time, so my apologies. Eloisa Galindo.
Yes, go ahead.
So we're gonna give it 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'll do it in
Buenas noches, mi nombre es
Good night. My name is Eloisa Galindo.
Soy una madre de
I'm
una
a
escuela
mother
pública
from a public
en
school,
Mariana Avenue.
Mariana Avenue.
Soy también parte de la
I'm also
comunidad.
part of the community.
He escuchado todo lo que he
I've
visto,
heard everything you said,
pero en realidad
but
no.
in reality,
Yo le he ido a decir a Mónica
I've been going
García
to tell Mónica
qué
Garcia,
están haciendo con la
what are
comunidad.
you doing with the community?
¿Por qué una escuela aquí,
Why
otra
one
escuela
school
aquí?
here, one school there?
¿Por qué están combinando
Why are you
pública con
combining
charter?
public with charter schools?
¿Por qué hay problemas de
Because we
convivencia?
have problems with the kids getting together.
Los políticos y
Getting along.
Mónica García
The
no sabe que hay
politicians and
ese
Mónica
problema.
Garcia, they don't know the problem exists.
Nosotros tenemos buenas escuelas.
We had good schools.
¿Por qué no esos billonarios que
Why
están
not those
invirtiendo
billionaires
como
that
Netflix,
investing
Gap,
like
todo
¿quién?
Netflix, Gap,
Netflix,
Gap.
Gap,
muchos billonarios que están invirtiendo?
many billionaires.
¿Por qué no se
that
unen
investing.
con
Why don't
Mónica
they
García
get together with
en
Mónica Garcia
en nuestra comunidad
in our
del este
community in East Los Angeles?
y hacen una sola escuela
And
para
they can just build one
los
school
niños?
for the children.
Porque la escuela pública en la
Because the
escuela le
public
están
school,
quitando dinero,
They're taking money away,
enfermera,
nurses,
terapista,
therapists,
espacio,
space.
no tienen lápices,
They don't have
no tienen,
pencils.
No tienen siquiera toallitas
They
para
don't even
limpiarse
have
las manos.
towels to dry their
Entonces, ¿por qué
hands.
no esos ricos
So why
que
not those rich people
se unen y
they
hacen
get
una sola
together and they build
comunidad para
one community
beneficio de los
for the
niños?
benefit of the
Yo nada
children?
más pienso que
I'm only
se están
thinking
afectando
that
a
they're
la
affecting
educación
only
de
to
nuestros
the
niños,
education
siendo
of our
el
children,
segundo distrito
being the second
más
district,
grande de los
the
Estados
largest
Unidos. ¿Qué
district
está
in the
pasando?
United States.
¿Qué
What's
está pasando?
happening? What's
Políticos,
happening
Mónica
politically?
García,
Mónica Garcia,
únanse
get
para la
together,
educación de nuestros
unify
hijos.
for the education
Vayan
of
a la
children,
Soto,
Go to Soto.
Soto y Olympic.
Soto
¿Qué es
and
eso?
Olympic.
En
What's
mi
that?
escuela hay espacio.
In the school there's
¿Qué es eso
space.
de que arriba
That's how
están
about it. On
comiendo
top,
los niños
they're eating the
con unas
children
láminas, con una, es como alambre? ¿Qué es eso?
with,
¿Por qué los niños
wire.
están comiendo cuando
Why
en
doesn't
la
your
escuela y
kid,
en
when
escuelas
at
públicas hay
school,
espacio?
public schools, they have space.
Next up, we have Carlos Serdan.
Sedlan? Yes. I'm gonna read my statement. Carlos Sedlan, local school teacher from here, Breed Street. I've had the privilege of serving Boyle Heights for 18 years in the field of education. In that time, we have made many strides and continue to improve the educational prospects and opportunities of all children in this community. I am not in education to make a profit. I made a commitment to help inner city children have the opportunity for a better life. I love this community. We as public school teachers want every child to be able to succeed in a changing world and be college and career ready in whatever path that takes them. For those reasons, corporate takeovers of education need to stop. The education of our students should not be something we should be making a profit of. This notion that we are lacking quality schools is utterly false and has been dividing our communities and will continue to create a school system of winners and losers. There is no need for another charter school in this area. There's already 5 elementary schools around this area. We have Breed Street Elementary, Sheridan, 1st Street, 2nd Street, Soto Street Elementary. We also have charter schools already here. We have Excerpt School number 1, Excerpt School number 2. We have KIPP LA Prep, Puente Charter, CI Tech in Boyle Heights. And we have 3 private schools. We have Our Lady of Dalpa, we have St. Mary, and we have Santa Isabel.
A resurrection.
So please vote against this motion.
Next, we have Marisol Grajales.
I am also a product of LAUSD. I graduated from Roosevelt High School, class of 90, and I've been teaching for 20 years. And my experience with the new charters is that our public schools lose students. Yet in the middle of the year, half of those students return to our schools. We wonder why. Oh, some of them are eligible for special ed. Every school needs to provide all the services the children have. As our previous speakers have said, these charters coming in are creating a division in socioeconomic, and they're creating a division within the schools. There's animosity. Does our superintendent, do all these people making decisions up on the top have any idea what's going on at the schools? Oh, and if they come back and they're not special ed, they're what we call tier 3 behaviors. They need therapists. They need special people to work with them. We don't have that. Instead of creating more schools, we need to create and bring in the services that every child needs. Mental health is becoming a problem as a nation. Every day you watch something happen due to mental health. We need to provide all schools with the fully support to help those children and their parents with mental health. We don't need another charter. We need people to help support with the problems that already exist.
Naomi Galindo.
Hi, my name is Noemi Galindo.
Hola, yo soy Noemi Galindo.
Just I have one question for
¿Lo va a hacer en inglés o español?
He promised I have a question.
¿Lo va a hacer en inglés o español?
But I want to understand everything. Do you want?
Entonces háganlo ustedes en
Do
inglés.
you want to help? Really help? Is Los Angeles? Do you really want to?
Boyle Heights.
This is just public comments, it's not a discussion.
Okay, LA.
Si usted realmente quiere ayudar
If you
al
really
este de
want to
Los
help
Ángeles,
East
Boyle
Los
Heights,
Angeles, Boyle
todas las
Heights, all
comunidades
the
de bajos
communities
recursos,
with low income,
venga a las escuelas
come to the
públicas,
schools, public
traiga
schools,
sus recursos,
bring your
levanten
resources,
las escuelas,
and bring them to
traigan
schools,
programas,
bring
traigan
programs,
robótica, traigan
bring
ciencia,
robotics,
tecnología,
science,
cambien las
technology,
sillas, cambien
change
las
chairs,
mesas. Eso
tables.
es amor a la
That's love to
comunidad.
the
Eso
community.
es amor a los
That's love to the
estudiantes. Si
students.
realmente
If
quieren
you
a los
really
estudiantes
want the
y
students
quieren ayudar,
and you really want to
no
help,
vengan contra las
don't come
escuelas,
against the
vengan
schools.
contra las tiendas de droga,
across
vengan
the
contra la
drugs,
violencia.
the violence.
Eso es ayudar,
That's
eso es
helping.
amar a ellos.
That's loving them.
No hacer negocios con
Not to
los
do
ricos,
business with
vender
rich
la
people,
educación. A lo mejor
selling
ni ustedes lo
education.
saben
Maybe
de lo
you
que
don't
están
even know
siendo
what you're
parte.
doing when you're being
Están
annexation.
No estamos en contra de charter,
We are
estamos
against
en contra
charter schools.
de
We're against
privatización de las
privatization
escuelas.
from schools.
Y eso usted no lo va a
And
ver.
that you won't
Yo,
see it.
pero ellos
But they-
van a ser los que van a
They
sufrir
are
las
the ones that are going to
consecuencias
suffer
de
the
los actos
consequences
que
from
ahorita
the acts
Charter,
that right now charter
Refugio
schools,
Rodríguez,
Refugio
Mónica
Rodríguez,
García,
Mónica
todo lo que ellos
García,
están haciendo
everything they're doing
va a traer
is
consecuencias
going to bring
negativas para toda
negative
nuestra comunidad.
consequences to all
Por
our
eso estamos
communities.
aquí como
That's why
padres
we're here as
para
parents.
decir no.
people.
Hi, my name is Gloria Martinez. I'm also a teacher, and now here representing 33,000 teachers in LA Unified. And I'm here to speak against this motion, but I'm also here to stand for public education across our city. Unfortunately, we're living in the Trump era, and Trump is bringing in this word of choice. But please do not be fooled by choice, because just today the Learning Policy Institute released a report on charters saying that evidence shows that simply providing choice does not automatically provide high-quality options that are accessible to all students or improve student learning. In fact, the report goes on to say that if we really want to truly support high-quality neighborhood schools, policymakers can attend the community needs in planning for new schools and existing schools. Districts work to ensure that high-quality choices are available and continually seek to improve the schools they have so that no students are left in low-quality options. We cannot afford to open one more school where there is no need. We cannot afford for a system to hand select students, and we cannot sit and watch while our public schools are losing students to a system with little or no accountability. As a special education teacher, I have concerns with the overwhelming discrepancy about the students that are being served.
Hi, good evening. My name is Jillian. I've been a high school history teacher in Boyle Heights for 17 years, most of those years at Roosevelt High School, and I'm strongly opposed to this rezoning request. As people have stated, the rapid expansion of privately run charters has had a devastating impact on neighborhood public schools. The effort by NGT America shows LAUSD losing $591 million per year to the growth of charters, who, because they require an application process and seeking out enrollment, tend to draw the higher achieving students, which is why LAUSD serves double the proportion of students with moderate to severe special needs as charter schools do. I want to direct your attention to another study. It's called Spending Blind, released by In the Public Interest Research Policy Center. It shows that the funding for charter facilities is almost completely disconnected from what is good for educational policy. Far too much of public funds are spent on schools that are in neighborhoods that have no need for additional classroom space and offer no improvement in the quality education available. You have to ask, how many schools are needed for the number of students we have? NAACP has called for a moratorium on charters, as has the Huntington Park City Council, because of zoning concerns. Vote no. Thank you.
Sorry. There you go.
Buenas noches a todos. Yo soy Consuelo.
Consuelo Gómez.
Desde que llegué a Boyle Heights
Since I came here to Boyle Heights
en 1985,
in 1985,
mi educación es
my
completamente
education
en
is
México
completely in Mexico.
y vine a compartirla
And I came to share it
porque vi la
because
necesidad
I saw the need.
tan grande que había
The big
con el
necessity that we
descuido de
have
las personas de la
With
tercera
the
edad.
neglectful, with the negligence that we have with the senior citizens.
No solo eso,
Not only that,
los jóvenes que
the
tienen
teenagers,
educación
the young people that have
no
education,
conocen lo que es
they
el
don't know
amor.
what it's like love.
No
What's love.
saben bien lo que es un calor
They
de
don't know what
familia,
it is to have
porque
this
la
warmth
madre se va a
from a
trabajar,
family
el padre
because mother
también,
goes to work,
y no
the father goes
consideran
to
que
work,
el abuelo
and they don't consider
es
that the
un
grandparents
tesoro muy
is a
grande, es
treasure,
el
big
corazón de la
treasure. He's
familia,
the heart of
que
the family.
siempre está
That he's
dispuesto a
always
atender a su
willing to
nieto,
take care of his
a
grandchildren,
comprenderle sus
to
necesidades.
understand his
Lo hacen
needs.
a un lado,
They
lo
put him
tiran
aside. They
a
throw
las
him
casas, asilos,
to the homes,
y
to
allá
the
van a verlo cuando
for
puedan.
house for elders.
Se pierde,
And
se
they
quiebra,
when
ese,
you lose and you
ese
break
roce familiar,
that-
ese calor
that heat,
necesario.
the love,
Están muy mal
family love.
educados estos
They're
niños.
really
Tiran
badly
basura,
educated, they throw
pasan por
trash,
encima de la gente, no
they
dicen
walk
con
over
permiso.
they don't
Llama
say
uno,
excuse
¿está
me,
fulana?
you call them, is
No.
so-and-so?
¿A qué horas viene?
No,
No,
what time is it coming? No,
es negativo.
they're negative.
Se necesita, yo sé que el trabajo
I
de los
know
educadores
that the
es muy
work
grande, pero se
is
necesita
very
más.
large, but we need more.
Se necesita unificar la familia,
need to
que
unify
limpien
the
las calles,
families, to
ponerlos
clean
a
the
trabajar,
street,
no
put them
trabajan
to
los
work.
niños,
They don't work,
solo
the
están
kids.
comiendo
They're
papitas
only
y viendo
eating french
televisión.
fries and watching
Si
television.
no, se cambia.
we
Esa
don't change
regla
those
pueden
rules,
traer la escuela más
you can
formidable
bring
del
the
mundo,
most
no sirve.
beautiful school.
¿Por qué?
Tiempo.
Porque no hay amor.
Time.
Because there's no love.
Thank you. Sorry, we went a little long on that. Closing public comment.
I have a public comment for this. Did I put it for the wrong
no.
one?
This is, it says number 5.
Oh, it's for this one right here. I put the wrong one.
Alright, Teresa, I'll give you 1 minute.
It's just gonna be short.
Okay.
Basically, again, I'm gonna tell you that a lot of our children are suffering from disability, learning disability. A lot of times you can't tell, the parents cannot tell. And LA Unified is equipped to identify these children. KIPP is not. And even the public schools having a hard time keeping up with these children. Here in Boyle Heights, think about it, we have the worst contamination that is causing this on children. And this is permanent damage to their brain. So please look at the studies that are gonna come out and start checking your children. Their temperament, their failure to focus, their disagreement constantly is part of that disability. And we think, oh, it's just a child that's acting up. No, it's a disability. It's actually damage to the brain.
Time.
So please, thank you.
Alright, now closing public comment. Moving it to the committee and to the board. We gotta do this quickly, so I'm looking for a motion of some kind. Right now I'm seeing that the public here
Are we
is
gonna
against
discuss it, or?
Yeah, we're gonna discuss it, but I'm looking for a motion. I only wanna spend about 5 minutes on this topic.
Well, I motion that the PLUC committee discuss it, is that what you want?
No, we can, we'll
We're gonna
discuss.
discuss it anyway.
Yeah, it's just, out of this, I want a motion. So, discuss, please.
I'm not sure what motion you want. Carlos, you wanna help?
We can't.
We're discussing right now, so.
Okay, so we're discussing.
We're discussing.
You need a motion to discuss?
We can't motion though.
We don't need a motion yet.
Okay, so we're discussing.
We're
it now.
discussing.
All right. Does someone wanna discuss?
Carlos?
Yeah, okay, so, I heard the community, first of all, I went to Roosevelt, I graduated from Hollenbeck, my sister was born at that hospital, and it was called Lincoln Hospital. I totally agree, we don't need any more charter schools, especially in this area. We already have, Reed Street has Xterra on there, also at Second Street School, right? And, you know, we had a collegiate charter school try to go into Roosevelt last year. The community was opposed to it, and they refused it. Same thing at Garfield High School. Green Dot tried to take over Garfield High School. We have to fight against it. What we need, we need more open space. We need a park. We need a new library. There could be a new library there. Look at the overcrowded library we have here. I think it's you know, the facts have shown that we don't need another charter school. My main concern as a student grad and living in Wall Heights is that a private nonprofit charter school will take money away from the public schools, causing chaos and crisis in the public schools. We need to protect and promote our public schools. That's what we need to do, not more nonprofit private schools that have board of directors that don't even know who or where they're from, right? And what their motivation is it profit or what? And the other thing is discrimination. The charter schools do not accept English learners, developmentally disabled students, and it's true. in Roosevelt and public schools, you get students that are expelled from charter schools and they come back to the public school. The public school will take everyone. It won't discriminate. Charter schools like to select who they want, even though they say they'll take anybody. You know, they have a method of only trying to get the so-called best so they can look good. So that's causing, in my opinion, discrimination. I would say oppose the rezoning of it, especially that site. It's a chaotic traffic site, even though they said they're gonna come into Breed. Well, Breed Street, you have Breed Elementary School, and Breed Street is overcrowded with double parking and, you know, anyway, I would ask for you all to make a motion to oppose the rezoning of this.
Thank you, Carlos. So you have your hand up next?
Yes, hi, I'm Sol Marquez, and I wanted to thank, first of all, the public school teachers that are here. I know many of you, and I'm very happy to see many of you, and also the parents who are here, and the students who are from Mariana Avenue Elementary. You know that they just recently fought against KIPP Promesa being co-located at their school, and they won. And they're here today because they're very dedicated to their children, to their school, and I'm very happy to see a lot of you here. I love what you had to say, and I would say that PLUC really should be trying to listen to what the community wants, what they've been fighting for, and how dedicated they are. We should take all of that into consideration. And Carlos said it very well, but pretty much this is a privatized effort to try to take over public education, take their funds away. Eli Broad already, very publicly declared that he was out to get public education and privatize it as much as possible, and that's something that we should oppose. So I'm very glad that you all are here. Thank you again.
Thank you. I would like to make a comment. I'm of two minds in regards to charter schools. But my main concern is regarding the Soto Street, the safety of the kids there. The reason why the zoning change is required is because it's a high traffic zone. The Soto is basically the highway through Ball Heights. That in itself overrides any idea I have regarding the charter school. There's also regarding the construction of the site. Roosevelt's going to be doing its redevelopment. We have 6th Street redevelopment. We have a lot of development that's going to be going on Soto Street in regards to housing as well. It's just going to be, as these things come along, it's just going to become more and more traffic zone nightmare, a safety hazard and mess, and that's my concern on this issue. Do you have any other comments?
I would just say that while a lot of people are talking about charter versus public, it seems that this particular group is already in Boyle Heights. They have a charter school in 2, so they plan on relocating to this location. It's not, if we said no, it wouldn't actually eliminate charter schools or their charter school in the community. So if that's the concern, I don't know that saying no to that would help anyone's complaints about not having charter and supporting public school. It's more about the lot, I think, for this particular group, just because they're already here. And it's currently a vacant building. Nothing's being used for it, nothing's being proposed for it. So, based on the fact that they're already there, I would say something to consider.
Chairman, just for clarification, so is this organization looking to relocate existing facilities onto this site?
That's what they said in the presentation.
No, is it
No.
an expansion or is it a relocation?
It's not a relocation.
You have a bigger place with more students.
Okay. Yeah. Are they closing the other locations and relocating here? Is that, I just want to be clear on what it is. Okay, fine. Well, now that I've interrupted everyone, my name is Dan Morales, and since everyone's saying they're Roosevelt High School, I'm a Cathedral High School graduate, and I'm proud.
Roosevelt 66.
All right, go for it. Anyway, and thinking about high schools, I think Salesian High School does a great job of engaging the community. That high school's full. There's people there that's vibrant, and that's a private school, Salesian High School. I have 3 sisters. They're all teachers, Ala Unified, Montebello Unified, and up somewhere in Berkeley. And I've had this discussion with them on occasion, so I take from them my comments are based largely on their experiences and their information. My understanding is that charter schools don't require that their teachers have a master's degree, and that sort of blows me away. Where in the other districts, they do require a master's. Substitute teachers don't require a master's. So there's on one side, it's not a level playing field with respect to the quality of the individuals that are teaching to begin with. That's just one thing that bothers me. The other thing is, I'm in real estate, and I understand some of the economics of what drives these deals. And any broker would be excited to do a deal with a charter school because they're going to pay top dollar. So there's money behind that. Yeah. And as much as I love to do a charter deal and get a nice payday, I feel the conflict in here because I hear from my sisters the charter school issues, the community, and they are taking dollars away from the school district, and the schools losing students, losing money, losing resources. My children are public school graduates, and I have one Ivy League daughter. I'm proud to say she went out of Sure High School and she went Ivy League, and the other children are doing just fine. I believe in the public school systems, and I don't think that I could support this project, and I'm opposed to the rezoning of the site.
Do we have any more committee or board comments? Do you make a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to oppose the conditional use permit to rezone this block.
All right. Do we have a second? Has to be from the PLUC.
I second it.
Seconded by Dan. All right, so the motion is to oppose. Well, we have to, I forget if we have to go to public comment on this motion.
Yes.
All right, so public comment on the motion to oppose.
And we'll limit it to 30 seconds.
Now, specifically to the motion to oppose, you're limited to 30 seconds.
It has to be related to
Has to be, yeah.
no additional information.
So we still need to fill out the form.
For this, just raise your hands and I'll call you. Rafael?
I am in total agreement with the motion. We don't need any more of these projects, and we should be putting back into the community, in our public schools, the money that's available.
Right.
Thank you.
Anybody else? I'll go left to right. Lady, please.
Yo también me opongo a la moción.
So are you
Yo creo que
opposed
no
to the motion?
necesitamos más escuelas
We don't need any
privadas,
more
ya
schools.
tenemos suficiente que
We
están
have enough.
privatizando. Cada día están privatizando la educación. Yo creo que nosotros tenemos que empujar a que mejoren la educación pública. La educación pública es donde están todos los programas que podemos mejorar para que pueden mejorar nuestros hijos académicamente durante el tiempo de la escuela y después de la escuela. Hace 20 años nosotros estamos trabajando para lo que nosotros hemos querido implementar y crecer dentro de Boyle High, mejorando la educación de nuestros hijos, no privatizando la educación, no privatizando otras cosas, pero yo no estoy de acuerdo. No queremos más escuelas privadas.
¿Tu nombre?
Elisa. Yo creo en la educación pública y creo en la capacidad de los maestros y quiero mandarle un mensaje a Mónica García, que ella nos representa en el este de Los Ángeles, que nunca nos quiere dar la cara a los padres de Mariana, nunca quiere, solo manda una foto de $20 con foto. ¿Para qué queremos una foto de ella? Queremos que ella vaya pero sí necesitamos ese proyecto en Mariana Avenue en el este de Los Ángeles. Lo necesitamos mucho. Ese proyecto lo necesitamos.
Thank you. Sorry, I forgot your name.
Julian.
Okay. No, necesitamos ese
Yeah.
servicio. Que vayan también en el inicio. Ese edificio tan bonito.
I strongly support this motion. I think it puts the Land Use Commission and Boyle Heights Neighborhood Council on record with the movement to support public education and not privatization and competition. Just to repeat that the NAACP has taken a strong position for a moratorium on expansion of charter schools until we fully see the impact on neighborhood public schools.
Who's next? Her, and then you, and then you, and then that's it.
Hi everyone, my name is Myra Salazar, proud resident in Los Angeles, graduate of Garfield High School, grew up in the public school system. Also very proud to be working in Boyle Heights with KIPP and KIPP Public Schools, and I would ask that the committee reconsider the decision. We're asking for a rezoning of the hospital so that it can be turned into a school to house all of our students. Currently we're at 2 different sites. We'll continue to operate in Boyle Heights. With Promesa, we're just asking for a rezoning of this particular property.
Time.
Hi, my name is Lupe Torres. Thank you very much for your motion. I just want to add to what I said earlier is one of the things that I saw when I looked up KIPP is Kids in Prison Program, and I researched that for a while because they like to hold their kids hostage until they're ready to release them maybe 5, 6 o'clock and later, and that is just something that we're opposed to in LAUSD. We have a lot of programs like Mindset, yoga, using other programs to give kids choices with behavior programs and not creating this cookie cutter effect that some of the charters create where the kids must wear uniforms, must stay until 5 o'clock, etc.
Hi, my name is Arthi Sararajan, and I'm proud to say we're working with KIPP Promesa. Want to clarify a couple of things. I think there are some generalities and misconceptions that were stated about charter schools. I want to be clear and say that KIPP is a public school, and it is open to all students. As Adriana mentioned, most of the students come from the surrounding Boyle Heights area. These are all public information that you can look up. The campus that Myra and Adriana mentioned will be the relocation of 2 existing schools. So this is not a new school, this is a relocation, and it's a dilapidated building.
Thank you. All right, so public comment on this is closed. Moving to the board committee. Do you have any comments on the motion? Seeing no comments, closing committee comment. Going to the vote. Do we have any abstentions? Any opposition to our motion?
I think I'd be an abstainer.
You're gonna abstain?
I think so, yeah.
All right. 1 abstention?
That I'm not pro-charter, but because it's already.
You don't need to explain. Any opposition to our motion to oppose? In opposition, all in favor of our motion to oppose? 3, Ernie? 4. Motion to oppose passes. All right.
Woo!
All right, moving on to item 5, discussion on the Boyle Heights Community Plan. This is the original reason why we set up this meeting in December. We were supposed to have it off. But we are discussing the